dot I dot any. I put in sudo and then okay. Okay, I just got a lot of information right now. Just going. It started with the data link type pk tab verbose output suppress for full protocol decodes, listening on any link tpk, and then going on about this IP is going to this IP, soft 01 s11 .net macromedia fces and other ports, and then different IPs going to different places, wordstream.net, and it's just kind of, there's a lot of repetition, but the time is kind of changing. Okay, hosted by wordstream.net, is something. Yeah, what does this do anyway? Is it just showing me network traffic, where it's going?
Pretty much, yeah. tpdump-i shows you packets moving in and out of your machine, what IPs they're coming from, where they're headed, and the protocols like TCP, UDP. It's like eavesdropping on your network's conversations. Source IP, destination IP, ports, that kind of thing. No deep packet contents unless you dig further. Just the headers. With a VPN, it'll mostly show stuff going to and from the VPN server's IP. Want to run it and peek at what's flying by?
Okay, okay, interesting. Okay, okay. Huh. Hmm. Well, okay, how is that different from TCP dot I any?
Do you mean how's it different from something else? I
How is
think
it
there's.
different from TCP dump dot I any, since I'm already running that? What, how is that different?
Oh, I see. You're asking how TCP dump-i any compares to itself, or maybe something else. Since you're running sudo TCP dump-i any, that's capturing all traffic on all interfaces. Any means everything your machine's got. Wi-Fi, Ethernet, whatever. Did you mean to compare it to another tool, like Wireshark, or a different TCP dump flag? If you
Yeah,
tweak it,
Wireshark. Compare it to Wireshark. How is that?
got it. Wireshark versus TCP dump-i any. TCP dump is all terminal, lightweight, and real time. It spits out packet headers like source IP, destination IP, ports, and protocols as they zip by. Wireshark's fancier GUI based, usually, though it's got T-Shark for terminal. It digs deeper, decoding full packet contents, showing payloads, and graphing stuff all polished and clickable. TCP dump's quick and dirty, great for fast checks. Wireshark's like a magnifying glass for packet nerds. With -i TCP dump grabs everything across all interfaces, while Wireshark defaults to one interface unless you tweak it. Ever used Wireshark or want to stick with TCP dump vibes?
I'll just stick with this for now. Okay, it looks like I got like 458 packets received by filter and 331,000 dropped by kernel. Yeah, a lot. Okay,
Whoa.
okay, tell me what else I can do with these. Let's see, how about like, yeah, just tell me.
All right, sticking with TCP dump, let's play with those packets. You've got 459 captured, but 31,000 dropped. That's the kernel saying it's too busy to keep up. To mess with what you're seeing, try filtering. Run sudo TCP dump-ini-c 100 to cap it at 100 packets so it doesn't flood you. Or focus it with sudo TCP dump-ini port 80 to just see web traffic. You could even save it with sudo TCP dump-ini-w packets point pcap, then peek at it later with TCP dump-r packets point pcap. Want to try one of those and see what pops out?
Okay, I kept it to 100 packets, and I'm getting a few of them. How would I view them?
Nice. Capping it at 100 with sudo tcp dump -ini -c100. You're seeing some packets roll in live, right? That's just the real-time view source IPs, destination IPs, ports, timestamps. If you want to save and view them later, stop it with Control C, then rerun it as sudo tcp dump -ini -c100 -w packets point pcap to write those 100 packets to a file. After, check them with tcp dump -r packets point pcap. It'll replay the list, same format, just not live. Want to save and review or tweak the live view more?
Okay, let me see. Okay, W saves them to a file, and I have to say packets.pcap, which is the standard for packets. And yeah, I did that, and let's see. Yeah, it's saved. So I know I could view them using Wireshark and view them in ASCII, but how would I view them like from the terminal,
Yep,
the ASCII?
yep. You saved it to packets point pcap with sudo tcp dump -ini -c100 -w. Perfect. To view it in the terminal with ASCII, you can read it back with tcp dump -r packets point pcap -a. That -a flag dumps the packet contents in ASCII alongside the headers. It's not as pretty as Wireshark, but you'll see readable text if there's any, like HTTP stuff or unencrypted chatter. Give that a whirl, TCP dump -r packets point pcap -a, and let me know what you spot.
Okay, there's packets and
Cool. You ran TCP dump -r packets point pcap -a, and you're seeing packets. What's
okay.
popping up in
Okay, obviously it's not as pretty as Wireshark because it doesn't limit it, or we can't see like which. It kinda has it, I guess. Kinda. But
Yeah,
yeah, it does the job, I guess.
yeah. TCP dump -r packets point pcap -a isn't as slick as Wireshark's GUI. No fancy filtering or color coding, just raw ASCII and headers dumped out. It's scrappy, but it does the trick for quick terminal peaks. You're getting the job done. Want to filter it more in TCP dump? Like TCP dump -r packets point pcap -a port 80 for web stuff only, or switch to something else? What's your next move?
Uh, let's see. What else could we do? Networks. Okay, let's see. Let's go into like more information about websites. How about that? Uh, yeah, how would I ping a website and see the amount of viewers it got in within a month using a terminal command? Let's say x.com.
All right, digging into websites. Pinging a site like x.com is easy. Just say ping x.com in the terminal, and you'll see response times and if it's alive. But getting viewer stats, like how many people hit x.com in a month, that's not something ping or any basic terminal command can do. That's server-side data, locked away in x.com's logs or analytics, not public. Closest you can get is checking response headers for hints with curl x.com-i. It'll show stuff like server type or cache status, but not viewer counts. For real traffic, you'd need APIs like SimilarWeb, which isn't terminal native, or x.com's own stats if you had access. Want to try curl x.com-i and peek at headers or pivot to another network trick?
Okay, it looks like I got like HTTP 1.1 301 mode permanently. Friday, okay, today content length 167, keep alive. Cache 300 and 600 expires some date, location, something, set cookie, something, and then server Cloudflare dash Ray. It's interesting. Okay, X.com uses Cloudflare, huh? Yeah, Cloudflare just, well, Cloudflare is 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 just, well,
You ran curlx.com-I and got a 301 redirect, HTTP 1.1, moved permanently, with headers like content length 167, cache stuff, and location probably pointing to twitter.com, since x.com redirects there now. Cloudflare's the server vibe. No surprise, they're big on CDN and DDoS protection. That Cloudflare Ray ID's just their internal tracking. Fun peek under the hood, right? Want to chase that redirect with curltwitter.com-I or try something else?
Uh, okay, let me quickly do twitter.com. But after that, let me how can is there a terminal command to see which video has the most views in on YouTube using terminal?
All right, let's hit twitter.com first. You ran curltwitter.com-I and you'll probably see HTTP 200 OK. Some Cloudflare headers again, content type.
It says not 200. It says 301 moved permanently.
Oh, interesting. curltwitter.com-I gave you HTTP 300 moved permanently again, huh? Probably redirecting to https://twitter.com for SSL, super common. Try curl-l twitter.com-I, that -l follows redirects, so you'll land on the final page, likely at 200 OK. Now, about that YouTube question, no pure terminal command can grab most viewed video stats directly. You'd need YouTube's data API, which means scripting with curl or something like Python, hitting an endpoint like https://web.google.com/youtube-v/videos with a key. It's not a one-liner, though API returns views, titles, etc. Want to see Twitter's final headers first, then tackle a YouTube script idea?
Okay, let me see. Cool.
All right.
-l twitter.com and then -I.
Yep.
Okay.
Curl?
It went into the last ones too, so that's good. Okay, it's giving me more information. Okay, it looks like it worked better than before.
Sweet. Curl-l.
Yeah, 200. Yeah. Okay, now show me how to do the YouTube viewers, I guess.
Awesome. You got HTTP 200 OK from curl-l twitter.com-I. So it followed the redirect and landed solid. Now, YouTube viewers, no single terminal command, but we can hack it with curl and their API. First, you'd need an API key from Google Cloud. Sign up, enable YouTube Data API, grab a key. Then, in terminal, try something like curl YouTube-v/videos-part-statistics-chart-most popular-max results-1-key-equals-your API key here. That hits YouTube's API for the top video by views. Returns a JSON with view count. Without a key, it won't fly. Got a key handy or want a workaround?
Okay, that's good. Okay, I'm gonna Grok. Ara is just amazing. Like, I didn't realize how the level of
Haha. Yeah. It's wild how much you can pull from a terminal once you tap into APIs and tools, right? The YouTube thing's just the tip. Tons of network goodies to explore. What's got you amazed?
Yeah.
Or where do you want to dive next?
Okay. Okay, that's it.